Energy matters. Regardless of the hardships that we endure, we have the power to shape our futures by changing the way we see ourselves and our world. If you want to make this connection, keep watching. Namaste, friends. In a previous video, I asked you to consider a couple of things about energy, and today I want to expand on those ideas with you because, to be honest, most of us weren't taught how to view ourselves as energetic beings. But we are in fact energy, and we use our energy to create our world. So the more aware of this we can be, the greater our ability becomes to guide ourselves through this experience we call life. Everything is made up of energy, or light. It has a rate or a speed at which it's traveling, and these are called frequencies. All frequencies carry specific information. So if you were to look at what makes a human being different from, say, a chair or a Wi-Fi signal, you would see that it's the frequencies at which they vibrate. How do we know this? Because all of it has been measured. For centuries, scientists have been speaking about the laws that exist in this universe, and they include human life. So I want to share some of these aspects with you so that you can see how they apply to our well-being. Since everything is made up of energy, we could say then that we all share a commonality. We're all made up of the same stuff, just in different arrangements with different expressions. All of it is life. We are all occupying different areas of one larger space, commonly referred to as the field. And this field is actually an intelligence which connects everything to each other. We know that the field exists because scientists have studied teeny tiny particles under very high-powered microscopes, enough to determine that there is a quality to what looks like dead space to us. Now, because we're all energy and because we're all connected through the field, we have to acknowledge that we have an effect on everything around us. Wouldn't you agree? I would even say that we have a responsibility to protect each other and our environment. After all, based on the facts, what we do to others, we're actually doing to ourselves. So let's talk about our actions, because the ways in which we participate in life produces results. This is also known as karma. All actions are born from a level of thought and emotion. Thoughts are the intent, and emotions are the force which pushes them into fruition. They're quite literally the building blocks of creation, and our creations are what we ultimately experience. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Thoughts and emotions have a measurable frequency, and that means they carry specific information. By choosing our thoughts and emotions, we can generate feelings like love and gratitude, or anger and insecurity. We experience these feelings by tuning into the frequency where those vibrations exist. And by tuning in, we draw the kinds of events that are equal to that energy right into our lives. Your energy matters. A lot of us have been raised to believe that things are happening to us. And the reason for that is because we've been conditioned to put a lot of our attention on all of the information coming from our environment. We are living in a time of constant feeds. From Instagram and Facebook, the news, every day we are bombarded with ads and endless forms of entertainment. But it's important to know that we are not just receiving information, we are broadcasting information at all times with our energy. Whether we are conscious of it or not, we are in a constant conversation with the world of possibilities, and we decide what we want to contribute to it and in turn receive. You choose your future when you choose your energy. Why am I telling you all of this? Because one of my goals here is to help more people understand that we already have everything we need to create the world and the lives that we want. It starts with discovering what you are and then learning how to use your creative power consciously. There was a scientist by the name of Masaru Emoto, and he studied the relationship between human consciousness and water. He took samples of water and exposed them to different forms of thought and emotion. And then he took photographs of their expressions while frozen under a microscope. What he found was that water that was exposed to peaceful and loving thoughts and emotion looked very different from water that was exposed to the opposite energies. What we think and feel has a measurable effect on reality. So how do we use this incredible creative power that we have? You know what I'm gonna say. Meditation. Really though, meditation is probably the most unique opportunity that we have to tap into our inner world, because it's where we get to practice choosing the thoughts and emotions that we want to create with. It's where we get beyond the records of our past and start generating our futures. We have to embrace the frequencies that we want in here before we experience them out there. Namaste.